Tell me how. Art thou not horribly afraid? Doth not thy blood thrill at it?
Do thou stand for my father and examine me upon the particulars of my life.
Ooh, shall I? Content. Well, this chair shall be my state. This dagger my scepter. And, this hat my crown.
Thy state is taken for a joined stool, thy golden scepter for a leaden dagger, and thy precious rich crown for a pitiful bald crown.
Oh my, well, and the fire of grace be not quite out of thee. Now shalt thou be moved. Give me a cup of sack to make my eyes look red, that it may be thought I have wept. For I must speak in passion, and I will do it in King Cambyses' vein.
Well, here's my leg.
And here is my speech. Stand aside, nobility.
Why, what a rascal art thou then?
Oh, peace, good pint pot. Peace, good tickle braid. Harry, I do not only marvel where thou spendest thy time, but how thou art accompanied. For though the chamomile, the more it is trodden on, the faster it grows. Yet youth, the more it is wasted, the sooner it wears. Thou art my son. I have partly thy mother's word, partly my own opinion, but chiefly a villainous trick of thine eye, and a foolish hanging of thy nether lip. Thou dost warrant me. If then thou be son to me, here lies the point. Why, being son to me, art thou so pointed at? Shall the blessed Son of Heaven prove a micker and eat blackberries? A question not to be asked. Shall the Son of England prove a thief and take purses? A question to be asked. There is a thing, Harry, which thou hast often heard of, and it is known to many in our land by the name of pitch. This pitch, as ancient writers do report, doth defile. So doth the company thou keepest. For Harry, now I do not speak to thee in drink, but in tears, not in pleasure, but in passion, not in words only, but in woes also. And yet there is a virtuous man whom I have often noted in thy company, but I know not his name.
What manner of man? And it like your majesty?
Oh, a good portly man, a faith, and a corpulent, of a cheerful look, a pleasing eye, and most noble carriage, and as I think his age some 50, or byre lady inclining more to 80. And now I remember me. His name is Falstaff. If that man should be lewdly given, he deceiveth me. For Harry, I see virtue in his looks. If then the tree may be known by the fruit as the fruit by the tree, then peremptorily I speak it. There is virtue in Falstaff. Him keep with, the rest banish. And tell me, thou naughty varlet, tell me, where hast thou been this month?
Dost thou speak like a king? Now stand for me, and I'll play my father.
Ooh, depose me? If thou does it half so gravely, so majestically, both in word and matter, hang me up by the heels for a rabbit's sucker or a poulter's hair.
Well, here. I am set.
And here I stand. Judge, my masters.
Now, Harry, whence come you?
Oh, my noble lord, from Eastcheap.
The complaints I hear of thee are grievous.
Blood, my lord, they are false. Nay, I'll tickle ye for a young prince, i' faith.
Swearest thou, ungracious boy? Henceforth never look on me. Thou art violently carried away from grace. There is a devil haunts thee in the likeness of an old fat man. A ton of man is thy companion. Why dost thou converse with that trunk of humors, that bolting hutch of beastliness, that swollen parcel of dropsies, that huge bombard of sack, that stuffed cloak bag of guts, that roasted Manning Tree ox with the pudding in his belly, that reverend vice, that gray iniquity, that father ruffian, that vanity in years. Wherein is he good? But to taste sack and drink it? Wherein neat and cleanly? But to carve a capon and eat it? Wherein cunning? But in craft? Wherein crafty? But in villainy? Wherein villainous? But in all things? Wherein worthy? But in nothing.
Oh, I would your grace take me with you. Who means your grace?
That villainous, abominable misleader of youth. Falstaff! That old white bearded Satan.
My lord, the man I know.
I know thou dost.
Oh, but to say I know more harm in him than in myself, or to say more than I know, that he is old, the more the pity, his white hairs do witness it. But there he is, saving your reverence. A whoremaster? Why, that I utterly deny. If sack and sugar be a fault, God help the wicked. If to be old and merry be a sin, then many an old host that I know is damned. If to be fat, to be hated, then Pharaoh's lean kine are to be loved. No more, my good lord. Banish Peto, banish Bardolph, banish Poins. But for sweet Jack Falstaff, kind Jack Falstaff, true Jack Falstaff, valiant Jack Falstaff, and therefore more valiant, being as he is old, old Jack Falstaff. Banish not him thy Harry's company. Barry, banish not him thy Harry's company. Banish plump Jack, and banish all the world.
I do. I will.